I'd like to invite our speaker to make his way to the stage. I don't know that I could add anything beyond what you already know, but we are about to hear from an American icon. And we had an opportunity to have dinner last night together, and he's a storyteller, he is a philosopher, he's a business advisor, tremendously insightful, an observer of human nature. When you meet him, though, you want to say, "Hi, Dick," as though like we're old friends, because we have all gotten to know him as the can-do man of razzle-dazzle of baseball. But he is so much more than that, and it is a tremendous honor to welcome to the stage Dick Vitale. After the video.
And some tough news to share with you now here on SportsCenter. Dick Vitale, ESPN's beloved college basketball voice, revealed today that he was recently diagnosed with lymphoma. Vitale previously was diagnosed with melanoma, but he had multiple surgeries this summer to remove it. Doctors believe the two diagnoses are unrelated.
Jimmy V had a theory. Jimmy V in his speech, talking about never giving up, talking about don't give up, don't ever give up.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. And those three things are going to carry on forever.
I'm overwhelmed with the love you have shared with me in the battle I face with this lymphoma. But I'm going to beat this.
I think cancer does not know what it's dealing with when it decided to get to you.
Jameson, nobody back, up and away, the Skywalker.
And all your one-liners and sayings, man, they're legendary.
Here goes another dunk. Oh, he says a 360 spin. That's awesome, baby, with a capital A. Wow! What a hot rod in the elevator, man.
He is the greatest announcer that was out there in college basketball. No offense to others, but Dickie V is the man.
You know, you got just a whole lot of folks around you, supporting you, lifting you up, and I'm one of them.
For many decades, you've inspired us and so many others as you've championed the fight year after year against cancer, and now it's our turn to help you. And you just know we all got your back.
My treatment's going to be steroids and 6 months of chemotherapy. And during that time, they're going to try to plan the chemo so that I can be free to do some games, which I got to do. That's my best medicine of all.
It is a very special night.
The great Dick Vitale returns.
It's great being here, Dad. I didn't want to cry. I can't believe I'm sitting here. It's just really a big thrill for me. I want to thank all you people. Sent me so many great messages. I never dreamt at 82 that I'll ever be at courtside again, but to be here today, I feel so emotional.
Legendary college basketball analyst Dick Vitale is undergoing vocal cord surgery right now. He's been openly sharing his battle with lymphoma and melanoma. Then he announced last month he'd have to get treatment for dysplasia and ulcerated lesions on his vocal cords.
But while Dick might be resting the vocal cords, he does not rest in one area of his life, and that is working with the V Foundation and their latest record-setting effort.
Vitale is in the fight right now, as people know, and he's doing great. Talked to him a couple of days ago.
His exam today looks tremendous. He's healed the areas on his vocal cord that had the dysplasia, the area where you make sound that looks tremendous, so I can restore you to speaking.
I think by now many of you know how obsessed I am about raising money to help kids battle cancer. I'm going to beat this disease. I'm going to fight it because I promised the young kids out there I will, to my last breath, beg every dollar I can get.
Hey, Coach Vitale, Andrew Jones here from the University of Texas. I know you're going through your battle right now. I just want to let you know we have your back. The entire college basketball is supporting you. You're going to beat this battle. and just continue to be strong, baby.
On behalf of the entire Manning family, thank you for all that you do for pediatric cancer research. Your efforts are amazing, and what you do for those kids is remarkable.
These kids have inspired me. I'm going to win this battle. Take that to the bank. Wait, one more treatment?
One more treatment April 14th, and then you're done.
Wow, hear that? I hope he's right.
Mr. Vitale, I just wish you the very best. Get better, get well. I'm a big fan. I'm looking forward to seeing you back on television and cheering for it. College basketball is not the same without you.
He's one of a kind. There'll never be anybody like Dick. People want to hear him. And his knowledge and love and passion for the game.
Dick Vitale wages his own fight against cancer and recovers from recent vocal cord surgery.
Your legacy is strong, and we want to continue to see you on TV, on ESPN, calling those college basketball games.
Ring the bell, baby.
Is Dick Vitale.
It was just supposed to be a temp job, something to keep Dick Vitale busy until the next coaching gig came along. December 5th, 1979, Wisconsin versus DePaul. It started a transformation from Dick Vitale
they're awesome tonight, baby, with a capital A.
to Dickie V.
Hello, college basketball. We are here. He lets it fly.
Charlotte, baby, it's gonna be awesome. Look who's flying this thing.
I'm a love man. Call me the love man. Ooh, baby, I'm a love man.
See you, Dr.
They call me, I'm a love man.
Booyah, booyah.
6 feet, 1 weight, 210. Long hair, 30 past 10. Long legs and all my eyesight. Hey, look at I'm gonna take you out 'cause I'm a love man. That's what they call me, I'm a love man. Make love to you in home, girl. Make love to you.
Please welcome to the stage, Dick Vitale.
Wow, I get paid for doing that? That's unbelievable. Stealing money, I tell my bosses all the time, man, I've been stealing money, but I'm just so honored to be here tonight. I've been in awe of some of the things I've witnessed. First of all, flying here from Philadelphia after watching my grandson and their team win the national championship. Had a little bit of a family feud because I have twins that play tennis and scholarship at Duke University, 2 of them, and then I got 2 at Notre Dame. So when Notre Dame played Duke, oh man, it was a battle. But somehow, some way, the Fighting Irish found a way to survive. I'll tell you this, I was greeted at the airport in Philly yesterday by Josette, Shelley, a guy named Jay Shipley, and also Rick, who was here a minute ago. I don't see Rick in the crowd right now, but Rick, as you saw, with Trevor, he's probably back there with Trevor, just was unbelievable. I mean, the passion, the feeling of love, of wanting to give back. What a legacy to have. And then I went to dinner last night at Ruth Chris. I was taken for dinner by the Zarellis, Tony and Frank. And also at dinner was Tim, who did a great job here thus far. Give Tim a hell of a hand. Good job, Tim. So my wife and I joined him for dinner. And what you saw on that screen of Tony talking about his dad, the loving feeling of father and son, I witnessed that right there at the table as we were eating last night. When I left, I said to my wife, I said, man, I've spoken at so many events across this nation, corporate events all over, athletic events, black tie events. But there was something about tonight, I knew it was going to be special. I could tell because the people, the pride, the passion. You hear about Frank giving his life to social work, to help others. Think about that legacy. Think about having a legacy of extending a hand with warmth from your heart to people in need. To give when you watch that video of Trevor and the tough times. His mom, I respect so much the love she has for her son. And now for him to get a free education. And he's going to unbelievable study, mechanical engineering. How unbelievable. So let's give Trevor one more hand. Then I witnessed unbelievable. Josette and Shelley. I know they had a great tandem. Today when I took pictures, all I kept hearing from everybody, what about the General? What about the Hoosiers? What about Indiana? Let me tell you, they had the greatest team I ever witnessed in my life play was 1976, when the Hoosiers went undefeated, and they had Kent Benson, and they had Wilkerson, all those guys, and they had Quinn Buckner, and they had May, and let me tell you this, that combination was lethal, Buckner and May. Well, let me tell you, as good as they weren't as good as Josette, and they weren't as good as Shelley. Because they give them a big hand, and they put this dinner on. 1,000 people. There's a lot of work that goes into this. And then also, today I met Barbara and Amy of the Bradley fame, Vera Bradley. Unbelievable what they have done, helping so many in the battle against cancer. And I love people that never ever forgot where they came from and can't take their success and do enough to help others. To me, that is what life is about. You, this room, every one of you that bought a ticket that are here today, or the corporations that bought tickets and brought people here. My God, what a legacy that is to have. To take a moment to share a night, to maybe bring love to someone's life. And for that, you should be commended, man. All of you deserve one hell of a hand, really. Now I'm going to take a little journey of my life. My life, man, chase the dream, chase the goal. I had a great mom and dad. My mother and father were uneducated. They had a 5th grade education, but they had a doctorate of love. And they taught my brother, sister, and I in this great country. They have a sense of passion, a sense of pride. A lot of great things can happen. Well, let me share this with you. I was a recipient of the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance. And the room was filled like this with every major star you could think of. From Stephen Curry to Lindsey Vonn, the list was unbelievable. All the giants of giants in that room at the ESPYs. And I was absolutely just in awe to receive an award in memory of my buddy who fought gallantly and lost his life so young in his 40s. But what a legacy he has. Think about this legacy. I'm a member of the board of directors of the V Foundation. And we have right now working over $310 million to battle every kind of cancer you could think of. Think of that for a legacy for Jimmy V. You think about his legendary speech, don't give up, don't ever give up. I shared that with Polly, who's in the crowd here tonight. Polly, just keep fighting, as I told you, she has lung cancer, and she's here tonight to try and bring a smile to others' faces. And Polly, just listen to what my buddy said. Don't give up, don't ever give up. There were many a night that I laid in that hospital room after doing my chemo. I'm staying overnight, and my family leaves. My beautiful wife, my daughters, who both are Golden Domers. I couldn't get in Notre Dame. I couldn't spell Notre Dame. If they spotted me the N and the O and a T, I would get it wrong. But I was proud that my daughters, they take after their mother intellectually and physically, not their father. But they were double domers. They went back and got their masters there as well. And their children now, they have two of them, tennis players, a junior at the Golden Dome and a freshman who plays lacrosse. And I'm so proud of them all, proud that they've utilized whatever talents they had to the best of their ability. On the night I was honored at the ESPYs, I told that crowd, and I'll say to you, to this crowd, as I looked at the crowd, I said, I will guarantee that each and every one of you followed the philosophy I have followed, that my parents instilled in me. I had a formula I believed in so much. Passion plus pride plus perseverance equals win in the game of life. And that is so valid and so true. You don't know anyone. You saw on the screen the Magic Johnsons, the Tom Bradys, all the Giants, David Robinson. And I can guarantee, and Peyton Manning, every one of them had unbelievable work ethic, had unbelievable desire. I call it the 4 Ds of life: desire, dedication, determination, and a discipline of body and mind to be better today than you were yesterday. I strive and I try to share that message with young people across the nation. When you go to bed at night, can you look at the mirror? Can you keep your head up high and be proud of what you've done during that day? Can you look in the mirror and simply say, I was better today than I was yesterday? And if you could do that every day of your life, oh my God, think about the success. You don't become a Magic Johnson just because you say, hey God, make me Magic Johnson. It's work, sweat, perspiration. They say, a saying goes, a genius is 1% inspiration and then 99% perspiration. But I grew up with my mom and my dad. I say a prayer every night. Every night when I go to bed, I have a big picture of my bedroom. And I say a prayer to my mom and dad, thanking them for their incredible love. I lost my eye as a youngster. And I thought it was the end of the world. I thought it was like, oh my God, a pencil accident. I said, oh my God, one eye. And my mother would sit me down. She'd say in her own Italian way, man, it sounds like Italian here. I got my guy right here, Vinny Mastrangelo. I got the Zerlis. I got right now the Vitales. I'm at a Patillo's. Sounds like an Italian construction company, man. Are you kidding me? But you see, I say a prayer and I thank them for all the love. But my mom and dad taught me 2 things. And they always pounded this into me. Never Richie, was never Dick. Richie, don't ever believe in can't, Richie. You could reach your dreams and goals, Richie. This is America. You can climb the ladder of success. And one time, I'll never forget it, I came home really depressed. And I'll never forget this moment. I shared it when I was inducted into the National Basketball Hall of Fame. I got in with such a great class. Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, Adrian Dantley. It was a great class. Pat Riley, Kathy Rush. It was a terrific class. And I shared it at the speech I shared. I was so proud of the response I got the next day with people writing about me, talking from my heart. I said about my mom, I'll never forget her one day. I'm coaching in high school, and I got very lucky. I had some really good players. I'm young. We had unbelievable, try this for size. I used to always tease the general about it. I said, Bobby, I know you're a superstar. I know you're a legend. And he was my presenter, by the way. I was so honored that he presented me at the Hall of Fame when I was inducted. But I used to tease him. I said, you didn't do what I did, man. And he said, what did you do? You know, Bobby, what did I do? We won state championships. And how's this? When I had a documentary, if you get a chance, several people here said to me, I really enjoyed your documentary. Well, if you get a chance, it's streaming right now on Disney. It's called Dickie V. And in that documentary, and I forgot all about this, one of my players is being interviewed, a high school player years ago, and he says that in the documentary, he says, you know, I know a lot of teams go undefeated, but you know what? there aren't many did what we did. We went undefeated, played all our games on the road. We had no gym. We practiced in the 60 by 40 gym. But we won back-to-back state championships. And I was so proud of those kids. I wanted to go on to the next level. I came home, I would get more rejections. My wife and I, when we left to move to Florida, I went to our files. Oh my God, all these rejection letters. Sorry, sir, sorry. I want to just be a graduate assistant or just a guy on the staff, open the door and then take advantage once I got that door open to do my job and do it to the best of my ability. But I couldn't get it. So I came home one day. And those years, only as a mom could do. My mother looks at me and she says, Richie, in her own Italian way, I don't see that spirit. I don't see that energy. I don't see that vitality that you have. What is wrong, Richie? I said, oh, Mom, all my buddies are right, man. They keep teasing me and telling me I'm wasting my time about being a college coach because I don't know anybody, never was a great player. And she said, wait a minute. And she sat me on the couch. And I will never forget this. I shared it when I got in the Hall of Fame. She held my hand, she squeezed it, and her words just went through me. She said, Richie, don't ever believe in can't. Don't allow can't to be part of your life, Richie. You can be what you want to be. And I don't want to hear about one eye. Big deal. People have it so much worse than you. But Richie, you have two things that most people don't have, Richie. You have energy. You have such enthusiasm. Don't let your friends take that away from you, Richie. Chase that dream. Man, I felt like $1 million. I used to feel that love of my mom and dad. And then they taught me, they used to always say to me, Richie, treat people like you want to be treated. If you treat people like you want to be treated, you'll get so much love back. Think about this. I'm in 14 Hall of Fames. I cannot run. I cannot jump. I cannot shoot. I got a body by Linguini, and I'm in 14 Hall of Fames because all my life, people have been so good to me, and I've always had a passion for whatever I've done. I've always wanted to be better today than yesterday. And all I heard about all the great speakers, I heard about all the speakers. Tim, who's done a great job, was telling me last night, you got the pressure on you, man. We've had so many great speakers. Well, you know what? I want them to leave. They might not agree with everything I say, but I know one thing they can't say. He didn't come here and give his best, baby. And that's something I pride myself in. I'll tell you this. Thank you. I mentioned the Hall of Fame, and so honored to be part of, well, the Basketball Hall of Fame, the Broadcasting Hall of Fame, Sportscasters Hall of Fame, where I coached in high school, where I coached in college. But the real Hall of Famer in our family, I tell people all the time, it's been my bride for 52 years. I want my wife, Lorraine, to stand up. Stand up, Lorraine. Lorraine, excuse me. When I introduce you, there's one star in the family, it's me. You just wave and sit down real quick, okay? Don't steal the spotlight. I've been so blessed. All my coaching buddies, they'll say when they see Lorraine, 52 years, man. You deserve sainthood living with that guy for 52 years. And I couldn't agree more. But she's been my guiding light. She's been there for me and my family, been so supportive. That love, that's what you can do as a big brother and a big sister. To give that child love, loving care that you care about them, making them feel good about themselves. If you can do that every day, wow, think about going home happy. My goal right now, as Tom Brady mentioned, I'm obsessed, more than ever. After doing chemo and all those treatments and blood, it never ends. You're doing blood work and PET scans and scans. I'd come home and my wife says, oh, I think I'm done with my chemo now. She says, oh, I forgot to tell you, tomorrow you gotta go for another PET scan. Well, the next day, oh, you forgot to tell you, you gotta go for some blood work. It doesn't end. And my thoughts were always on the kids. For 18 years, I've been raising money for pediatric cancer because only 4 cents, and you can look this up, I know all the numbers, only 4 cents out of every dollar that's donated for funding federally goes for pediatrics. I'm so proud to say that I've been able with my gala, we've raised $68 million so far, and it's all gone for pediatric cancer research, battling every kind of cancer out there for the kids. If you think today that you had a tough day, something went wrong, maybe business didn't go the way you thought, think about this. Think about this. Today and every day, 40 to 50 moms and dads are going home and they're hearing 4 words that no mom and dad ever wants to hear. Your child has cancer. It's life-changing for the child, for the family, for what they go through. So I'm obsessed more than ever. We just had my gala about 2 weeks ago. We honored the great David Robinson. We honored a baseball superstar who's given us like $1 million of his own money. It's unbelievable. Buster Posey, superstar with the Giants, 3 world championships. And we honored a great tennis superstar, John McEnroe. And it was great. We raised $12.4 million to help kids battling cancer. And next year, on May 3rd, I can't wait for a gala. We're honoring the likes of, well, I don't know much about NASCAR. I remember a lot of you do. And one of our donors is going to be, one of our honorees rather, will be Jeff Gordon. And then our next one's going to be a quarterback superstar, played in the Hall of Famer, Buffalo Bills, Jim Kelly. And the third one, he doesn't go out too often, but he's coming to us to help us. Derek Jeter, the New York Yankees shortstop. So it'll be a major night. But I'm already worrying and saying to myself, my wife said, gee whiz, we just had the greatest gala of all time. And here you're already worried about, I said, how am I going to top 12.4 million? So if you want to help me, anybody, just go to dickvitale.com. You can make a little donation, but take care of the kids first. Take care of the kids right here in Fort Wayne. I close by simply saying this. In life, no matter what you do, always do it to the best of your ability. Have a sense of pride. I've often said pride is P for perseverance. The ability to persevere when things get tough. I don't care how much money one has. I don't care how much fame one has. I don't care how much success they have. I will guarantee you, somewhere in their life, they've had to persevere. Whether it be, maybe a job didn't turn out the way they thought it would be. Maybe a marriage didn't turn out the way they thought it would be. Maybe it's an illness in the family to someone they love. My friends, life is not completely, roses. Along the way, there's bumps and bruises. But if you have pride in yourself, you persevere when tough times happen. Respect. You have respect. You respect all your competition. No matter what you do in life, you respect whoever you're competing with, but you don't fear them. If you're prepared, I just tell my grandkids all the time, they're going to college, oh my God, we're going to Notre Dame and Duke, it's so tough. So I don't want to hear that. There's been thousands of kids who graduate those schools. You know what? If you prepare and you study and you get your work done, you say, Mr. Professor, give me that exam. I'm ready to eat that baby up. I'll chew it up, but I'll eat it up because I'm prepared, I'm ready. That's respect. You respect what you're learning. And then when you talk about having pride, intelligence, the ability to make intelligent decisions. And I'm not talking book intelligence. I'm talking intelligent decisions about the drug scene, the alcohol scene. Can't win, my friends. Can't win playing those games. All it does is create a nightmare. And life is tough enough to have to deal with that on top of it. And then I talked to you earlier about pride, deed, 4 Ds of life. They mean so much to me. Having a desire, determination, dedication, and discipline. And you come in a person, like the guys you saw on that screen, the Bradys and all, enthusiasm and energy in whatever you do in life. If you do that, you're going to walk out and you're going to win, man, in the biggest game of all, the game of life. God bless everybody in this room. God bless all the youngsters that need a helping hand. And don't ever, ever stop. Believe it. Don't Never believe in can't. And remember this, respect all. The problem we have in our nation today, there's not enough love, man, because we don't all respect one another. If you treat people respect and you treat people like you want to be treated, we wouldn't have all these problems and the hate that goes on. It crushes me when I pick up a paper and I read about innocent kids being shot going to school or going to a movie or people getting shot going to concerts. What is going on? We need more love. We need one another to extend a hand to each other. Whether one is rich or poor, or black or white, Christian, Jewish, doesn't matter. Love, man. Love goes a long way in life, in living a better life for everybody involved. God bless. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.